Well, you have to understand one thing. Custody cases are battles. They're not won and lost at one hearing typically. They're not, short-term engagements. When you hire a law firm to handle your custody, you're going to be in it for a while. And you know what happens in a custody battle? You get nicked every now and then. And the other side get nicked every now and then. It's a battle. Arrows and bullets are flying. You may get, hit a little bit. It doesn't mean you should go and run and hire another lawyer every time it doesn't work out 100% your way. These are long-term engagements. Don't act out of emotion. If you have a hearing before the court and you don't want parenting time and the court nonetheless feels that there should be parenting time, that doesn't mean your lawyer did something wrong. The courts in general favor parenting time. The courts in general look at both parents being involved in the custody. So if the court takes that approach, yes, you can switch lawyers, but it doesn't mean you should. And it doesn't mean that another lawyer would have had a different result. So one thing about switching lawyers, you're paying for that. You're paying for the new lawyer to bone up on what has happened before. You're paying to essentially reinvent the wheel. Is it worth it to keep throwing money at it? I don't think so. I think the smart thing to do is find a lawyer or a law firm that you think will help you out, that sees eye to eye with you on the case, that has the same vision as you do in terms of how the case should go, and stick with that lawyer. Let them do their job. Sometimes the court doesn't go your way right off the bat. Sometimes it takes time to get the judge to see things your way. And that comes about through multiple hearings. Sometimes you'll tell the court, you know what, the other side did comply with parenting time, and the court won't necessarily punish them. And you have to go to court again. And you have to go to court a third time and a fourth time. Eventually, though, the court sees it your way and they cut the other side off. Don't think, though, that you can build a 10-story building without building the first floor and the second floor and the third floor and the fourth floor. Sometimes that's what it takes. It's not a question of who's laying the bricks. It's not a question of your lawyer may be doing exactly what they're supposed to do. But your frustration at the judge doesn't mean you should go hiring other lawyers. All you're going to do is spend a lot of money with the same result. Find a lawyer that you like, understand what goes on. Any lawyer is going to tell you, look, I think you got a good case, but understand it could go either way. And it may go your way. It may go your way today. And you know what? It may go your way, but not till tomorrow or not for a month from now. It's a long engagement. It's not a quick win one way or another. That's generally not how these cases go. You have to have a long-term vision, and your lawyer's vision should match your long-term vision. And if you've got that person, if you've got a firm that sees it the way you do in the long haul, stay with them. The more you switch lawyers, the more instability it appears before the court that you have. And you can say, oh, well, this lawyer was no good. Yeah, really? You love that lawyer so much that you went and hired him and paid him a bunch of money. Now all of a sudden they're no good? You didn't know what you should have known? Do your due diligence first and then find your lawyer. And you know what? How do you do it? Well, you find out what their reputation is in the community. You look at their experience. You look at what people in the community have said. Have they had good luck about them? You want to say, well, there's a bad review because somebody said it cost them a lot of money? Guess what? Any lawyer you go to in a custody battle, the costs are considerable. The lawyer bills you for all your communication. Guess what? Every lawyer in the world does that. So be careful of the reasons why you feel that you should go to another law firm because your experience is going to be the same. You have to realize that if the reason why you're leaving is because the judge didn't see it your way, another guy sitting next to you in the courtroom might not have changed that. It might not. If there's a clear dereliction of duty, like your lawyer doesn't show up for a hearing and therefore you get defaulted, I understand. And of course you can switch, but you have to realize, is the reason about your lawyer or is it about the judge? Is it about the case? Remember, the lawyer doesn't create the facts. It only inherits the facts. So are the facts such that it's not advantageous toward you? And your lawyer will tell you, look, I understand that you want to do this, but you have 3 prior CPS cases that are open, and that's why it's going to be hard for you to get parenting time. We're going to work toward it, but it's a slow process, and that's a discussion that you should have. Can you fire a lawyer? Yes, you can. Should you? Well, that's going to depend on exactly what's going on in your case.
248-588